This is AR Azim.
AR Azim, or AR Azim bin Tan Sri Abdul Aziz, the co-founder of Atsa Architects in Sdn Bhd, where he education and graduate of Louisiana State University, Baton Rouge, USA. So he specialized in the project management at Jurubena Bertiga International Partnership. With the experience gained, AR Azim launched out to step up Atsa Architects in Sdn Bhd in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. AR Azim's work include broad experience in numerous building types and scales, including sustainable design for commercial and residential, as well as design for the arts and entertainment communities. AR Azim and his firm's design philosophies emphasize on client requirements and users' experience above the imposition of any particular design. AR Azim's goal is to produce an award-winning design and produce a structure that leaves a lasting impression on users.
So how the Atsa Architects was formed? After AR Azim had finally done his part 3, he went out first and opened a firm along with his partner Zulkaisa Hamidin in 1992. Moreover, an architect graduate, Yi Teck Chun, also joined Atsa as a founder, and he retired in 2020. Other than that, Atsa is also known as a multi-award winning architecture firm and has been recognized as one of the top 10 architecture firms in Malaysia by BCI Asia. Over the past 25 years, they have evolved tremendously, ensuring that they are always able to provide high quality, innovative and competitive services to their clients. At Atsa, they form a symbiosis relationship between art and architecture. They are architects by passion, and it is their mission to find poetic solutions inherent in all their designs. In recent years, some remarkable and ambitious projects have been realized by Atsa Architects in Malaysia and overseas. The designs employ new technologies and sustainable design approaches that have resulted in exciting and environmentally friendly buildings.
So one of AR Azim's works is house number 87 at Hartamas. The background of the building is the 836 square meter piece of land is rectangular in shape, with its narrow end facing south. Where the access is located, the land also slopes 5 meter or 16 feet down to the boundary, which is gradual enough to allow for sub-basement. The bungalow lot is located at Hartama Heights in Kuala Lumpur, which is an exclusive residential estate. For the design approach of the building, the bungalow adopted the modern contemporary architecture style to make the design of the house sustainable and also for it to be practical with the owner's need. Taking advantage of the existing slope, the design allows for a semi-basement multipurpose space. The infinity pool which offers views of northern Kuala Lumpur. At the openings, there are shading devices made of metal louvered panels and fixed metal screen types.
Next, Cyberjaya Community Recycle Centre. As the township grows into a residential and commercial centre in Cyberjaya, the population generates waste that has been increasing. Efforts have been made to encourage residents to separate and recycle their waste, as the township is currently being promoted as a green city of the future. What was missing before this building was completed was a centre to collect recycled materials. These materials are sold by residents to encourage Cyberjaya residents to recycle their waste and earn money from it. Moving on, for the design approach, the design style of the building is modern architecture style. It provides an area of approximately 111.4 square meters, which includes the main entrance, foyer and lobby, a sitting area, a reception center, a prayer room, a restroom, an area for waste separation, a storage area, and a playground. So the building was designed with solar orientation in mind. Therefore, the roof is designed to slope southeast to maximize the sun exposure for future solar panel installation. The top of the walls has been left open for lateral ventilation, and the walls have been made permeable through the use of recycled bottles, cans, and flask. Furthermore, the walls were designed to reflect the purpose of the building. A specially designed wall was made of galvanized steel to act as a cage. The cage can be opened to allow bottles, plastic and cans to be replaced, as they expect these materials to fade after some time due to exposure. The entire site is paved with grass covers, and it is anticipated that the grass will cover most of the access areas over time. This will reduce the heat generated by the paving when it is made from ready mix.
Next is the Manipal International University. The Manipal International University is a full-fledged university established in Nilai, Negeri Sembilan. The campus has been designed with a sustainable approach, with recognition by the Green Building Index and the United States Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. For the design approach, the client requested for an eco-friendly green design. Therefore, the designers had adopted the underlying principle of a Malay traditional house, which was the earlier tenet of sustainable design. By exploiting the similar principles, many green features have been implemented, such as green roof, photovoltaic system, self-shading building system, and the internal cross-ventilation. Up next are the plans and innovations, which includes Level 1, Level 2, Level 3 floor plan, rooftop plan, front elevation, and lastly, section.
The fourth building by Azza Architect is Raja Haji Fisabilillah Mosque. The Raja Haji Fisabilillah Mosque or Cyberjaya Mosque is a principal mosque in Cyberjaya, Sepang, Selangor. This modern futuristic mosque was named after Raja Haji Fisabilillah Ibni Dain Celak, a Bugis warrior from Penyengat Island, Indonesia. He was also the young Dipertuan Muda, or as known as Crown Prince of the Johor Riau Sultanate from 1777 to 1784. The Cyberjaya Mosque has been designed to cater for the growing population's religious needs. There are lots of interesting features of the mosque. The rooftop, which is covered by over 800 solar panels, can generate enough electricity to power up the 41-hectare site. Next, the large central courtyard before the main prayer hall is also designed to facilitate both natural ventilation and lighting. Moreover, the main dome is the mosque's most innovative element. Situated just above the main prayer hall, it is made of double-glazed low-emissivity glass to provide both shade and source of natural light. With a capacity for up to 8,300 people, the mosque is designed to be more than a place of worship and as a local center for Islamic activities. The design of the mosque is contemporary modern and incorporates traditional Islamic design elements. The goal of the design is to portray Islam as a progressive religion as well as to reflect the simplicity and purity of modern Malaysia mosque architecture.
The Al-Bukhari International University is built on approximately 70 acres of land near the Al-Usta city centre. The university is intended to be a modern, progressive Islamic institution focusing on Islamic knowledge in science, technology, and the arts. The proposed Sharifah Rokia complex, which includes the Al-Bukhari Islamic University, can accommodate up to 3,000 students. RDA Haris Architects created the Sharifah Rokia complex master plan based on an axial plan radiating from a dedicated center or core. The university master plan is intended to the center or locate several important buildings, including the Grand Mosque, the Convocation Hall, library, and various administration buildings. Initially, 6 concept architects were hired to plan and design the various facade treatments for said buildings, interpreting the various Islamic architecture styles found around the world. Apart from Azza Architects, the appointed architects included Khas Architect, Razin Architects, Ara Architects, Zailani Architects, and Muzani Architect. The client later hired Azza Architects to further develop and coordinate the design concepts of the various university buildings into one integrated, seamless campus development. So some of the buildings that were given facade treatments are the School of Core Subject, the School of Technology Information, and the Dining Hall, Multipurpose Hall, and Student Center. All of these buildings were given a facade treatment that includes the various Islamic architectural styles like the arch and the pillars.
Okay, next is the housing precinct 14 Putrajaya. Precinct 14 is one of the many designated residential area in Putrajaya. AXA has commissioned on 2 sites. The first is 27-acre site with 209 double-story terrace house, each with a built-up area of 1,700 to 2,000 square feet. The second is 467.33 square meter site with 2 types of double-story terrace houses with an area of 1,922.81 and 1,868.90 square feet respectively. So here's the design approach of housing precinct 14 Putrajaya. Both terrace houses include Malay contemporary design features with an architectural style that is synonymous with the tropical garden city setting of Putrajaya. These 2 types of terrace house incorporate dual frontage, one facing the main road and the other facing the public park. The architectural language combine the traditional and the contemporary with an excessive roof derived from vernacular roof forms of the Malay archipelago, a new interpretation of the traditional which we identify as the contemporary Nusantara.
Menara Commerce. So, the background of this building is the merging of Bank Bumiputra and Bank of Commerce after the 1997 financial crisis resulted in the requirement of a new corporate headquarters for Bumiputra Commerce Bank, or also known as Commerce International Merchant Bankers or CIMB Bank. This project is spearheaded by IJM Properties in Sdn Bhd. This project is part and parcel of the redevelopment plan for Jalan Raja Laut, which was linked to the Sogo development plan in the early 1990s. The design approach of this Kuala Lumpur's new distinctive sculptural landmark was inspired by the exotic tropical plant Heliconia caribea's basic geometrical shape. From these flowers, staggered structure inspired the facade diagonal bracing and tapered top. The curtain wall facade stacking resembles the horn-like flowers petals. This resilient tropical rainforest plant is widespread. It's sculptured from with magnificent decorative flowers symbolizes strength, authority and prestige, which is the essence of a modern financial organization.
How it reacts to our climate, how natural ventilation, lighting, positioning, north-south positioning, and now more towards sustainability, how we can sustain in the long term, because in future building has to be less energy consumption, everything less consume less energy, so you have to look at equipment, solar energy and orientation of the building so that it won't get hot and things like that. You have to look at it in a more scientific way, in a way. In terms of architecture, I always like to go for a new progressive modern look rather than copy from the past. We introduce new elements that is relatable to our context, our surroundings. And one of the things for you to get better in architecture is that you have to be passionate. You must do a lot of reading, understanding, and putting a lot of effort. I know sometimes this will mean that less sleep. Tapi the less sleep now will mean that in future you probably will have a little bit more sleep. You can try to use both pen, pencil, and also computer to your advantage. We use sketch to a sketching of ideas. It doesn't have to be nice looking drawings. It just has to be your ideas that you put on pen and paper. There are many buildings that I've done in the past, started on a napkin or on a on a piece of paper. If you want to reach to part 3, get involved in the profession. because the profession can be constantly under attack, especially in terms of if you're a practicing architect, it's your salary, and everybody have to be united. And if you finish your part 2, please continue to do your part 3. Spend the additional 3, 4, maybe 5 years to learn and sit for the exam. The more of you dalam bidang ni dan sepakat, then you can do quite a bit. You can influence the people.
So as a conclusion, modern architecture is not just about a style of architecture, but a method of solving problems and catering to the needs of the clients. It progresses within time and social needs, and because of that, current architects also have to have the ability of adapting to the change. The awareness of the seriousness of sustainable elements in society has also been one of the catalysts of change for the safe progress of architecture. Architects nowadays not only have to focus on the needs of the clients and aesthetic values in their designs, but they also need to think of how their designs affect the environment. Will the constructed buildings bring good or harm to the surrounding of the site? Will the design contribute to the sustainable goals that the world is on now? Those are the type of questions that should be in their thought process in designing something that has direct cause and effect on the physical feature of the environment. As said by architect Azim, the goal is to be net zero before we reach 2040. Despite the increasing challenges architects face today, we must not forget the existence of innovation in technology. Again, as said by architect Azim, the changes he has gone through from pen and papers to computers is enough to predict the fast evolving technology in architecture to be different in 30 years from now. Involvement of innovation and technology has helped architects enhance their works, indirectly giving them more space to explore the idea of sustainability. The responsibilities architects hold are bigger than they could imagine, as they shape how the future looks, how the future generations live, and how the environment will be. Future architects should learn from their predecessors to further battle this field. Being one of the 5 categorized professionals, architects are believed to be one of the main contributors to longevity of the world as we live in today. And with that, I end this presentation with Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.